Hello out there in the internets. I am Chris Dyer, the owner and head instructor at Reborn Martial Arts, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 8 energies, the Bafa. Okay, so in this piece of the Bafa, we're going to look at Kai, or plucking down. And let's look at some of the applications for this. Okay, so as we talked about before, the form, we have certain postures that we do, and then the application can be a wide variety of things. So in the form, we come out of our pushing motion, and then we're going to do plucking down. So what we're going to do is grab, and we're going to hold on to our imaginary attacker, and I'm going to want to focus on the downward action. And this is as much as where my body weight goes and what my feet do, as much as what my arms are doing. So again, the Bafa Wubu, the 8 energies and 5 stances. So we also look at the direction of motion. We have forward, backward, left, and right, and going down in this form. So we are here, we do our shove or our push, and then I'm going to grab on, and my entire body weight is going to drop into this position in this part of the form. And we'll look at some application in just a sec. Okay, so let's look at this. In the form, when I originally or first teach this to people, we usually do it off of right punch is coming in, and I'm going to focus on the idea of absorbing the attack, moving it off to the side, and then as in the form, I catch up underneath. I'm trying for tricep, and what I want to do is focus on this idea of my right hand in this case is pulling down. My left hand is going to grab onto as much meaty bits as I can grab onto, and my entire body is just going to yank in one direction. So we're going to go nice and slow at first, but I'm going to grab on, and I want to snap everything down. And notice I'm kind of elevating this foot. This is going to come into play in just a little bit. But from here, it's not pulling down with my arms. I'm actually taking my whole body, and I'm dropping into position. And it has a much more dramatic effect on your partner, where you're not just trying to do arm strength, but you use your whole body to drop down. So again, I absorb this, and then one swift motion, I'm going to pull the person down. Now, to what end, right? So now the person's down, they're fully rooted to the ground. Okay, I haven't dealt with the fact that they're still able to do things to me. And that's one of the things that we're working on, is that as we're progressing through our understanding of the Bafa, we start realizing that they interplay off of each other a lot. So this one actually sets up tons of other opportunities for the other techniques that we're working on. If a person is able to move around freely, if he's upright and he can move around, he can punch, he can grab, and all kinds of other stuff. So one of the things that Plucking is working on is this idea of that if we're pinned to each other, if we are rooted to this position, it's going to be much, much harder for him to throw a strike or to do something. Now, if he knows grappling techniques, he's in a great position to go for my legs or whatever. So I want to be aware of that at all times, but the idea that he is now stationary, especially if a person's really light on their feet and moving around a lot, if you can grab on, pull them off balance and pull them and pluck them down, that's going to take away one of their things that they're doing well at. So we're going to turn sides real quick. And so if you start thinking, one of these Bafas starts setting up the other Bafa, they start playing together, we'll use that same thing. If he comes in with this attack, as he's going down, I might be prepping for, boom, a big strike into his body, right? So as his body's coming down, I might be coming up. He's now smart enough to protect himself and not letting that rib shot happening in, right? But as I'm pulling him, I'm setting up another attack. So we're playing off of building the Bafa as not just a posture and a form, but as strategies that we can use when we're defending ourselves.